Yeah, I think, I think a lot more. I think a lot more bands like ours or whatever should get in the ring. You know what I mean? It's a musical program. I'd rather do that. It's just like doing CD UK, man. You know what I mean? At least it promotes music. But instead of sitting about it in your bed, moaning about it, you've got to do something about it. You've got to get up and go and get in the ring with them. And we did it, and we done it right.
But do you have an issue with the type of people that those shows are then producing? Is that the kind of stuff that you think
they're just kids with dreams, man.
Right.
And you can't knock a kid with a dream, you know what I mean? So, no.
I said I was interviewing you both today, and so throughout the interview I'll put some tweets to you that people have tweeted us. Mark tweeted and said, if you were going on The Voice now and you weren't Liam Gallagher, you were just Liam from Burnage, do you think any of those chairs would spin round? And if so, who's?
Not at all, mate, because we went on there the other night and the sound there was atrocious. And so I went, yeah, look, mate, get our sound guy on, and then it bumped. It was beautiful. So no, I don't think, no. It'd be shocking, because they don't really know much about the sound down there.
Any respect for any of the judges or not?
I like Tom Jones and that. I mean, I don't know any of the others. I'm not going to have a pop at him, but I like Tom Jones.
So, apart from Beady again, who else is doing what you would consider to be real music these days? Or are you out on your own?
Look, real music, just to play devil's advocate, Beyonce can knock out real music. Do you know what I mean? She's the real deal, top of her tree. Nobody beats her what she does. So it's not just about that. And I would never compare her to Jake Bugg. It's just good or bad, you know? He'll jump in a van, she jumps on a jet. But she's as real as anything, you know? In those stakes of making those kind of records.
This second album that's out at the moment, just come out, you engineered that, didn't you, as well as the three of you writing the songs on it?
Yeah, some of it, yeah.
Do you feel now that with BDI you can spread your wings properly?
Well, through life you should be spreading all the time. So yeah, absolutely, man. We're all learning new things all the way along the way, even in playing, apart from recording, but writing, everything, really. You know, evolving as people.
Did I read that when you were in Oasis you felt a bit more nervous about submitting songs because of Noel's presence?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. I mean, this is the thing. I may have said at some point it's a heavy set list to put your tunes in, and it was bang, bang, bang. But no, the whole thing was massively open-armed and encouraging, man. From day one, Liam and Noel were like, "What? Have you got any tunes?" And it was always about passing acoustic guitars around.
There were a couple of songs, Liam, on this album that caught my ear. Ballroom Figured and Start Anew, where I feel, from somebody who's been listening to your voice since 94, 95, whenever I discovered Oasis, that there's a different side to your voice I'm hearing now. It's not just the angry, glary, rock and roll, snarly voice. Would you agree with that?
It's always been there, man. Yeah. It's always been there. I can sing both ways. I can bang them out and then I can sing, you know. We made a conscious thing when we were doing the demos. Like, I was going, look, I want to sound like a sound without a microphone and then playing my guitar around the house. And basically that's just doing it dry, you know what I mean? So I think we captured that on the demos and even on the record.
Well, yeah, She's Electric was on the radio today.
Yeah,
and I want you, and it was just like, right, that's the other, you know.
But you can't do a whole, you know, you can't do a whole gig like that. As much as I'd love to go on there and sing like an angel tonight, you've got 1,000 nutters in front of you who want to be moved, and you know, I ain't Adele, you know what I mean? I like to get stuck in and have it, you know what I mean? Because I like to come off that stage feeling as if I've had a buzz, you know what I mean? And you know, so there'll be a bit of that going on, and hopefully I'll try and sing the softer ones a little bit cooler. But
do you think that maybe because that anger and passion that you've always had and that it's clearly still there, has that meant some people have sold you a bit short when it comes to the quality of your vocal? Because they've just seen you as this nostril flaring rock and roll man.
There's a bit of that though, you know what I mean? You can't be great. I've listened to some gigs that I've done and they're shocking. That's life. You know, you wake up one day, you know, you have good days and you have bad days. No one's 24/7 all the time. That's life.
Once you've done these, there are 2 more gigs to come, aren't there? Yeah. And then, what, summer festivals?
Yeah, of course, man. Festivals, we're going to Japan. We're going to come back to the UK, do a proper one in November. You know, it's all getting plotted as we speak.
One of my mates just come back from Japan. He said your clothing line is massive out there. Are you aware of that, and how important is that to you?
Yeah, I'm aware that it's not. I don't know if it's massive, but we've got a shop there that's doing all right. It's important to, it's more important than it to be doing well than doing. Well, can I just say we're number 2? We've been number 1 in Japan for 2 weeks, by the way. So yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I'm buzzing off the clothes. It's cool. Yeah, it's doing well. It's a long way to go. You know what I mean?
You lost the number 1 album slot here this week to Black Sabbath. Yeah. Do you mind that?
I can go with that, mate. Black Sabbath, big band. big thing, invented heavy rock or heavy metal and that. You know, they've done an album for 30 years. Fair play to them. It's not. I tell you, mate, they've been lovely to have a number one, but fortunately, I've had many of them, so I'm arsed.
So what's there for you to achieve then? If it's
Number one. With Beady, nah.
Right. So you are bothered then?
I'm not bothered to the point where I go in the room and start putting needles in me Ozzy Osbourne doll. I just go like that. Someone's got to be number two, you know what I mean? And that was us. And as long as we're selling more records than we did last time, and our campaign hasn't turned us into a bunch of morons, and the real people still like us, then I'm cool with that. That's a success. At least we don't go on tweeting going, let's beat BDI, which the Prince of Darkness did apparently. It's just number one, number two, number three, gives a We're happy with the album, it's cool, we're playing it tonight, and hopefully people are going to have a good time, the sun's shining, and everything's cool.
I was going to ask you if you'd mellowed in any way, shape or form, but I'm not sure that you have.
No.
Do you still have it as much?
I've what?
Partying, boozing, drugs?
Yeah, man. I can still know how to knock them back. Know how to line them up.
But I heard that most mornings at 6 o'clock in the morning you're running on Hampstead Heath. Is that true?
I know how to run and all.
Right. Does that fit with the rock and roll wild man, or can you do both?
I don't care what that is, mate. Doing it just to look after yourself, innit? You know what I mean? The more fitter you get, the more stamina you got in it. So it's basically, it's all good, mate.
Has being a dad changed you?
No, not really. I mean, I guess so, but not in a way like that interferes with rock and roll or whatever it is. As a human, yeah, everything changes. You've done it every day, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess so, but not in a sense where, you know, not that much.
Your boys both play, don't they? I think one does drums, one does guitar.
Yeah.
If they said, Dad, listen, we want to copy you and be in a band, would that be all right with you?
Yep. Music's great. Music's the best thing in the world, man.
Gem, how does the writing process work? Because there's 4 of you in the band, 3 of you are credited with writing on the album. Does Liam come to you and say, I've got this melody, can you fit the vocals, or do you do the... How does it work?
We all write our songs, and you hear them in their various forms. Some of them, there might just be a verse for ages, some of them might be kind of formed. Liam would be playing in the dressing room or whatever, but we all generally work on our own tunes. And then when it's time, we'll go, right, should we do some demos? I'll put one in, or Liam will put one in, Andy will put one in, and we'll just go round. And when it's your turn, you know, you just go, right, what about this one then? By the time you've got a few, you know what you're after, you know? It's great, man. It's like, it's no biggie.
Liam's been quoted in the past as saying he thinks he's difficult to work with. Do you think he's difficult to work with?
When's he said that?
Yeah, I must have been pissed that day.
Really?
I'm a joy to work with. We're all a joy to work with,
Yeah,
man.
man.
We're easy, man. We're easy peasy, man. We don't take it too serious, you know what I mean? There's I know a lot of people sort of go, oh, yeah, our own houses or whatever, or they don't smile, or... We're chilled, man. We don't give it a flying... I'd sit here all day until someone come up to me and went, yeah, come and do this. Not itching walking around trying to get anywhere fast, you know what I mean?
Listen, I've tried to get through as much of the interview as I can without mentioning your brother, just because I would imagine you probably get bored of it. But yeah,
No,
I still
I've
get
got two.
tweets.
Which one? Which one?
Well, no.
Right, go on. I don't mind talking about our kid. No, I don't
When was
mind.
last time
As long as you make the interview,
Yeah.
you know, because we've talked about it a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
As long as it just doesn't start with this. But go on.
Okay. Well, are you speaking at all at the moment?
No. Not so big, that's...
I heard that when...
You've got nothing to say, man, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I heard when City won the title last year that you did talk.
No.
Not true.
No.
In 2015, it'll be 20 years, won't it, since What's the Story and the great Blur Oasis number one battle.
Yeah.
Does that hold any kind of emotional anniversary for you? Would you like to reform the band in that year? Or
No, if that happens, then it'll happen. But I don't see it. I don't look to the future. I don't look that far ahead. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing next week. You know what I mean? But let's see. We'll have these things. You know, we'll have to be talked about, but not interested in the slightest right now.
right now it's just BDI?
Yeah.
That's like on a band level. On a personal level, do you not sometimes feel a bit sad that your kids don't see their uncle?
He don't see my kids either. So it's not. I've not sort of banished him. He hasn't seen my kids. I haven't seen his kids. The kids haven't seen kids, and that happens. When two people who are stupid talk about each other, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But it's not all one-way traffic. You know what I mean? It's not like Noel's knocking at my door with a box of chocolates and a bunch of flowers, going, "Come speak to me," and I'm going, "No." It's just we just don't get on it, and we're not getting on at the moment.
There's a song on the album called "Don't."
I mean, we're not even not getting on.
Right. you're just not nothing.
We're just not nothing at the moment.
There's a song on the album, Don't Brother Me, and a few critics have been quick to jump on it and go, oh, is that Liam having a pop or whatever? But when I heard it, I've heard it...
It is a little bit, but,
But it sounds a bit sad to me.
Could have been a lot worse.
It sounds a bit melancholic there.
Yeah, there is a bit. There's a little bit of that in there, and there's a little bit of that in there. Yeah, there is. Yeah, of course, man.
So there's not so much venom towards him anymore.
No, there's not. Not at all. He's still a idiot, you know what I mean? And I'm still an idiot to him and all that, but that's life, you know what I mean? It's like, that's just us joke, you know, about, you know what I mean? That's how we speak, you know what I mean? I don't wish him any bad luck, you know what I mean?
But like, you're taking your mobile out of your pocket now, but you wouldn't call him.
I haven't got his number.
You haven't got your own brother's number.
No, I haven't got my other brother's number that I talk to either.
Okay. So that's just not you to him.
I haven't got many people's numbers.
Is it difficult for you again, because obviously you have a strong friendship with Noel, and you've preserved that, haven't you, through the split?
Yeah, it's not difficult at all, man. Like Liam says, but I tell you what, man, they're just plain talking geezers. You know, somebody from the outside would think it's all weird, but it's not. This is how I see them, man. You know, and it's not heavy. I mean, it is. It's totally heavy, but
Well,
not.
It's heavy, like they don't speak and they've got each other's numbers.
But they're not.
Yeah, but
There's no anger there, and there's no vitriol. You know,
We didn't get a round of applause when we were together for 18 years. So why is everyone worried now we're not both for 4 years? We lived together for 30 of them years. So you know, where's the medals then and the TV programmes then?
Let me ask you briefly about City. Did you feel that Mancini was hard done by?
Yeah. Without a doubt, he won us the league for 40 years. Since FA Cup, European Championship and all that. Without a doubt, man, we won the league last year and the guy's sacked. It's unbelievable. That's all I got to say.
What do you feel about Pellegrini? Do you think that he'll do any better?
Probably win the league this year and he'll get sacked and all. What can you do? They haven't won it for 40 years and wins it and then they sack him.
That's a good thing. They'll probably win the league, the FA Cup and the Champions League or whatever, and then he'll get sacked.
It's not cool, man.